Alright everyone, bear with me here because this is going to be an extremely long Overwatch rant. If you're a fan of Overwatch, or even if you're not and you think the game just isn't right for you for whatever various reasons you may have, my channel has been dedicated to Overwatch 2 content for about 7 months. But I really put in all of my time, all of my focus on Overwatch 2 because that's my favorite game of all time. Whether you agree with that or don't, that's really your opinion, and that's okay. You don't have to love Overwatch as much as I do. But for me, it's a game that I just fell in love with, and even now, in Overwatch 2's horrible state, I still can't turn away. Yes, I'm playing other games, and yes, Overwatch 2 isn't as captivating as I hoped it would be, but in this video, I want to talk about just everything going on in Overwatch as a whole and how I feel, because there's been a lack of content here on the channel since about the holidays. Because since the holidays, Overwatch content has kind of went downhill. We haven't gotten much, other things have gotten in the way, and there's been a lot of different issues with the game. But personally, I decided that since all of that stuff was going on since the holidays, I was going to play competitive non-stop. There are a lot of little issues with Overwatch that are really stacking over top of it and pushing it down and making it not as good of a game as it could be. Now, is Overwatch 2 a good game? Yeah, I think it's a great game, and it's crazy to say that it's a failed game. And yes, that's the title of the thumbnail, but is it going to fail in the future? Is the game going to crash in the future? Because this is a free-to-play game now. So at the same time, no one has to spend money on this game. No one has to put their time or their focus into this game because, as I've said before, you don't go out and you don't buy this game for $40, $30 anymore. You play for free. So if the game doesn't, turn out to be the way you want it to be, or it doesn't get consistent updates, well, people kind of turn away and they put their focus towards different games. And that's something that Overwatch 2 really needs to focus hard on, because yes, it's awesome that the game is free to play, but at the same time, if you have all of these various issues, people have no problem just turning away and playing a different game. So that is, that's an overarching problem that is on top of Overwatch 2 as a problem because of all of those other issues altogether. So that's something that needs to be looked at. And I hope that they're, paying attention to that, because if they want people to play this game, they're gonna have to change a lot. The shop is something that we've covered a lot here, but here's my thoughts on the shop, and these are pretty much my final thoughts on the shop. It seems like they are doing various random testing. There are some really good deals in the shop sometimes. There are some bundles that are $12, $13 that have an amazing skin with sound effects, a weapon charm, a title, anything like that. Any 3 items mixed together for $12 that's a legendary skin, that's a good deal. And we've had a couple of those, and that's really exciting, right? Because if there are some good deals in the shop, let's say there's a $12 legendary bundle with 3 items, and then there's a $22 legendary bundle with 3 items. Obviously, it depends on your preference and it depends on which heroes you play, but there's going to be a better option there. Now, with the Battle for Olympus release and all of these new skins, especially when Battle for Olympus came out, all of the skins in the shop are $20 or more. Whether that be a single skin or a bundle, they're all $20 and above. And that's a little too much. But what I've seen from this, even though they may have made a mistake this time around by doing that, and yes, I'm going to call it a mistake because I truly think that it is, I don't think that everything should be $20 or above in the shop. They need to have an option with a lower price for a really cool skin. Because at the end of the day, you're just not going to have people that buy everything from the shop, but will they buy the best deal that they can get? Probably. If it's for a hero that they play, more than likely. And that's the case that I've run into, and those are the purchases that I've made in the shop. So at the end of the day, I think the shop is going to fluctuate consistently. I think we're going to get good deals, we're going to get bad deals, and we're going to get everything in between. Now, is there a possibility that the shop will change in the future? Yes, but honestly, I think for a long time, it's going to stay the way it is. And like I said, it's hit or miss every single time the shop gets updated with new cosmetics, right? So that's there, and let's push that out of the way because that has been talked about so much, and I really think that that's just the way things are going to be for some time. And unfortunately, I feel like it's not good, not bad. It's kind of in the middle, but it doesn't feel great. It's really just unfortunate for Overwatch 2 as a whole. I think a lot of us were really excited for new skins and whatnot. And yeah, the Battle Pass is a great deal. And that's something that we need to touch on too outside of the shop. That's next in command. The Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is a great deal. $10 for all of the new stuff, all of the new cosmetics, and being able to rank up. I don't think any of us are arguing that that's a bad deal. I think that all of us enjoy the Battle Pass. I think the Battle Pass can be beefed up a bit. I think there needs to be some more rewards, some more things for us to do. They don't have to be just leveling up for us to receive rewards, but give us something to do, like these challenges. They don't have to be event oriented, they can be season oriented. So that's there, and the Battle Pass really hasn't changed, and is it going to change? This is only Season 2. So we just don't have a lot of data on what the Battle Pass will look like. They have talked a little bit about changing the Battle Pass and giving us more rewards in the future, and I think that each season now that we've had, there has been some minor changes that I think have been pretty good. We've had a lot of Twitch drops, which is really awesome. I think that Twitch drops are great. If they do that every season or every event inside of the seasons, it's a good deal. I like the idea of us just, from wherever you're playing, whether you have a phone or you're playing on console or PC, you bring Twitch up and you put that on the side, and you may watch it from time to time, but you keep it running and you earn rewards. And that's a really good idea to have consistently. That's something that people can look forward to. That's something that can be surprising, and it's a good way to cycle old skins or even surprise us with new skins that they want to give away for free. So I'm really excited about that. I love that they do that, and I've been collecting every single one that I can possibly get. Maybe you guys aren't, but at least it's there for us to get for free. Those are more free rewards, right? We've got Twitch drops, we've got the Battle Pass, we've got the shop. There is so much that goes into Overwatch, but at its core, with rewards and different things like that out of the way, and spending money out of our own pocket, Overwatch 2's content. The content meaning what you get to play, right? Not cosmetics, not rewards. The balance of Overwatch, I'm not too unhappy with. Now, is the game in a good state balance-wise? Not necessarily. I'm really going to say that it is up to opinion. People that are on the high end of Overwatch have a different opinion than someone that's in silver, because we're just playing the game at different levels, and that is very important. I don't think that a lot of us watch these YouTubers that are way up there in, top 500 and Grandmasters, and we hear their opinions, but they're very different than the ones that we might have at Platinum or Gold or Silver and Bronze, specifically because the competitive matchup is just so broken right now. It's just so broken. So the opinions of people that are playing in top 500 really do not match up with the main player base of Overwatch, and that's why I'm here to talk about this, because I know how you feel, because since the holiday season, like I said, I've been playing competitive non-stop. That is all I've been doing. I've been putting my time into Overwatch 2 competitively to understand the balancing at its core, understand, where is the game right now when it comes to ranked and unranked, right? The system that they've put in place for matching people up for competitive and unranked is different. So quick play is a better matchup right now. It tends to pair you up with people that are more of your skill level. Competitive does not. Competitive puts you all over the place. It is a failed system right now. So if you feel like you're going into Overwatch and you're playing competitive and you're not ranking up the way you're supposed to, there are various reasons why the system is not working right now, and that's on the back end. That's stuff that I can see up front because I'm playing it and it's affecting me, and I'm sure it's affecting all of you, and there's really nothing that we can do to fix it. It's something that I kind of have a problem with in the Overwatch community when it comes to guides. There are a lot of guides out there that are supposed to help you rank up. And I'm here to say that yes, you can get better as a player, and yes, if these guides provide you helpful hints about maps or character gameplay and how you're supposed to actually functionally use your hero, that's one thing. But all of these guides out there that say you're going to rank up quick or provide some kind of way to play the game where you're just going to boost yourself to the top, it really just won't work right now. Unless you have ungodly aim, right? That's really what it comes down to. If you guys want to talk hardcore Overwatch facts, it doesn't matter about your abilities, it doesn't matter about any of that stuff on the side. The one thing that will make you rise to the top is if your aim is so good, you can get kills nonstop. If you're playing Cassidy and you can get headshot after headshot and you know how to position yourself and play Cassidy, you're going to rank up. If you can just get 5 kills, or if you can get 4 kills and take the whole team down by yourself because you're good at aiming, well, that is truly the way to rank up. But if you are having trouble with your aim and your aim isn't that great, I'm afraid that there's really no secret way to rank up. And I've been experiencing that myself, and I've been practicing my aim a ton, and I've noticed that the one thing that consistently helps me rank up is just if I get more kills. And that's of course if you're playing damage, right? Or if you're playing tank. I think those are the only two that we can kind of match up there. Support's on a whole different level, and that's when we get deep into Overwatch at its core and how mixed and matched everything is, and how it's just kind of really unbalanced, not just when it comes to heroes being unbalanced, but the different roles as well. Damage is supposed to deal damage and get kills, but tanks deal a crazy ton of damage, and they kind of just skip past the other damage heroes on the other team, right? And they skip on into the healers, and they just take down the supports consistently. That's what tanks are doing. They're ignoring everyone else and going straight for the healers. So it's really tough. Like, Overwatch is in a pretty tough spot right now. Balancing for Overwatch is tough, and I know that they're trying a lot of different things, and I like that. A lot of you may not like the new Junker Queen update, but at the same time, at least they're giving us something. At least they're giving us new balance. For me, it is not an issue if they try balancing something or try buffing or nerfing someone and it doesn't work out. It doesn't turn out to be the best. My true issue with Overwatch 2 right now is not enough balancing updates. We need more updates. They need to change things faster. It is not necessarily a problem if we don't get a bunch of rewards and cosmetics for free by playing Overwatch once you're outside of the battle pass, right? There's not much to do besides play competitive if you want to rank up and get rewards for gold guns. That's what we have, and that's a problem in of itself, right? But at the same time, if that's all they're going to give us, they better make that the best it can possibly be. And I'm here to say that it just isn't. And I know a lot of us know this, but I think that we're looking at it the wrong way. It's not necessarily that there is bad balance. That is a part of it. It's the problem that when they give us bad balance, they don't fix it right away. They don't change it right away. We need consistent updates with communication over and over and over again, because Overwatch 2 at its core is a living, breathing entity, because that's what they've made it to be. And that's what all of us have signed up for. That's what we love about Overwatch 2. We love how much it changes. We love the fact that maybe we're playing one hero and we're dominating, right? Orisa is so strong right now. She is a tank that you can play and you can have a lot of fun playing. I think she's very fun. Now, not everyone is going to love her, but she is definitely a very strong, powerful, vital tank in the meta right now. Will it be that way forever? No, probably not. Now, do we want Overwatch 2 to get to a point where everything is balanced? Yeah, that would be awesome if every hero could be played to full potential, and if you do well, then you're rewarded. But that's just not the way Overwatch has been forever. There's always going to be someone that's better and someone that's worse, and it's always going to fluctuate until they hit that sweet spot. If they hit that sweet spot, it may never come. Now, do I want them to try more? And do you guys want them to try more? I think that we all do. We all want them to give us more balance. I think balance is the biggest problem with Overwatch 2 right now, and balancing at different levels is also important. I think that a big change is going to come to Overwatch 2. I think that really this is the calm before the storm. It seems like they're taking a deep breath. You know, they're just breathing it all in and getting ready to exhale and give us a bunch of stuff that it's really going to fix the game. That is my hope. And honestly, it should be what they're focusing on. If a lot of you are sitting there thinking after hearing me say that, oh, well, no, they're not doing that. Well, listen, I hope that they are. Even if you're not a fan of Overwatch, at least for the people that play Overwatch and love Overwatch, that should be what the developers are focusing on. That should be what they're focusing on right now. And I know that they've got their hands full with PvE, but if they can't tackle the PvE or the PvP portion that's been out since 2016, and they can't make it fun for us to play, and I'm not saying that Overwatch 2 isn't fun to play, but for some of us, it's a little lackluster right now. Because if you're a player that wants to rank up in competitive, because like I said, that's really the only thing that we have to do for fun right now, unless, you know, you don't have the battle pass complete or you really like all the other game modes. At its core, competitive is the only thing to do really in Overwatch right now. The only thing to do that will give you consistent rewards, right? You get points for golden guns, and you've got a lot of golden guns to collect if that's the type of player that you are. So we need different routes for content. We need different cosmetics. We need different rewards. These things have to be put in place to make Overwatch survive. Do I think a lot of this will come with PvE? Yeah, we've talked about that before, but PvE is still far away. They haven't talked about it. They haven't shown us anything. So right now, the silence that we're hearing from the Overwatch 2 development team, we're just not getting a lot from them. Not that they're not talking to us at all. We're just not getting a ton of information from them. I think that communication needs to be buffed with the Overwatch 2 development team. Buffs and nerfs need to be buffed. We need more of those. Doesn't matter if it's going to be bad, doesn't matter if it's going to be good. They need to try things, they need to implement things, and they need to put new content, right, in just the form of buffs. Just change our heroes that we love to play because it makes the game that much more fun. When Moira gets a buff, or when Bastion gets a nerf, it changes the way the game is played, and that's really important. So that's really how I'm feeling about Overwatch 2 right now, and I know a lot of you guys are feeling the same way. So here's to the future of Overwatch. I really hope that the developers bring the game back to where it needs to be. But that about wraps up my rant, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you stick around for more content, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, because there's a lot of Overwatch content here on the channel, and there's plenty more to come. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you on the next one. Flash out.